Peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. And so with that being said, man, I got a video I want you guys to see today, man. It's very interesting. All right. And I'm playing this video for you guys to ultimately help you guys grow in terms of your state of consciousness. All right. And this is because we've been taught that we were the only beings to basically reside in the realm that we exist in to this day. All right. And a lot of these teachings was due to biblical context. All right. And so other than that, they've taught you that everything else that has been found to exist in this realm that we exist in to this day was only a myth. Okay. Such as the things that I'm about to show you now. Right. And it's very, very, I want to say, beneficial information in here in terms of you being able to broaden your horizon in terms of the way you think. Okay. Because we have to get outside of the original thought process that was given to us when we entered these schools and things like that. All right. We have to. And so today, this video that we're going to be watching is going to be concerning the nomos, okay, or better known as mermaids and things like that, okay, because they told you that these things did not exist and they were only a myth. But yet and still, we heard people such as like Christopher Columbus, even though we know he never discovered America, we still heard him mention these beings on their way over to this land. We heard this on many occasions, them mention these beings, but they told us that they were nothing but myths. So I wanted to show you guys this video to help you see past all of the BS, man, so that you would be able to elevate in terms of your state of consciousness, the way you think, and start to see things from a different perspective, all right? And so with that being said, man, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this video, man. Let's go.
Queen Mirror. Queen Mirror is like the mermaid beings. It's a lot of different things that happen because we adopted some of the reptilians that were here and moved them to Cyrus, right, for safety. Again, populating on these different planets in Cyrus, and they became known as the nomos, the fish beings. So all like the whales, the sharks, the different types of fish in the ocean, they are classified really as nomos, right? And so the Hindus later came to Cyrus too and mixed with these fish beings, right? And created now a half-type human-looking fish like the mermaids, right? So the mermaids are mixed between the nomos and the Hindus. All right, so the half fish, half the Dogon type beings, right? And so they had already was populating in the Cyrus, right? When Lalo got there, he went to visit some of the planets, and he saw this Queen Mirror, one of these planets. He saw the Queen Mirror. He wanted to marry the chick, but the chick wouldn't mate with him. Why? Because he wasn't of her kind. So he decided came up with a way to slice his DNA to make himself half man, half fish. So he ended up marrying the chick, and they ended up moving back to Neptune, right? And so the mermaids were on Neptune before the crash came around again, when they got a big storm on their planet, and a lot of them died. And so we quarantined Neptune and took a lot of mermaids off and brought them to Earth. So it's mermaids now under your ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. They came from Neptune. They're the children of Alelu, right?
And a lot of these beings actually reside near the Bermuda Triangle, under that area. Okay, a lot of these nomos, these mermaids and things like that, they reside under the Bermuda Triangle area.
The government showed this big old fish tank on the ground where they got these mermaids and they studied. And there are several different species, 3 or 4 of them that live on your planet right now, right, under the water. And they don't like humans, right? They used to eat humans at one point. These were 5th dimensional beings where they lived on Neptune, so their technology was a little bit more advanced. But once we had to bring them back to Earth, and being that Earth still had made the transition to the 5th dimension, we had to transport them back to the 3rd dimension, right? And place them in your ocean. Some of the species come to the surface to shed their skin like snakes.
don't want to cut the video too much, man, but I do want you guys to notice the depictions that just passed of the hieroglyphics from the Egyptian times, okay? And how the depiction of the men, have fish. See, a lot of the things that they try to tell us, see, they steered us away from Egyptian mythology and things like that because they know that the Egyptians knew a lot of truth, all right? And so they try to tell you like the Egyptian way is evil. This is what they tell you in the Bible. Don't believe in the gods of the Egyptians, right? And things like that because, you know, basically they were evil beings, okay? They believed in other gods that were considered to be the devil in so many words, okay? Not specifically the devil, but they tell you that they worship beings that were not of God. But in all actuality, the depictions that they're giving you in terms of a lot of the beings that we are now starting to see on an everyday basis was in the hieroglyphics. It was nothing but truth. And I just wanted you guys to take note of that, man.
Long ago, the Navy intelligence blew up one of their campsites, right, causing them to have to flee. And they put out several movies, like The Little Mermaid is a story of Alelu and his daughter a lot, right? Once they came to Earth. In Greek culture, they call them Poseidon. They like to show these movies and these fake mermaids, right, of white people who put a mermaid suit on and act like they mermaids. Mermaids are not white. They ranging from different colors, from a light blue, right, from different colors like fish, right? But they're mostly like a light blue, greenish type color. And like we said, they originate from the planet Neptune. Before that, they was in Cyrus. Before that, they migrated from Earth. And these are saltwater beings. The ones that live on Earth, but because they got reduced back down to the third dimension, became less advanced than their ancestors. The ones that live under the water, now they fight with spears and pitchforks, just like the one that Poseidon carried.
And you know what? They actually showed you that depiction of them fighting with swords and spears in the movie Aquaman. See, we got to pay attention because I told you guys on several occasions that they try to give you the truth in the form of a lie because they know in the form of entertainment, because they know if they give it to you in the form of entertainment, then you're going to believe that it's nothing more than a lie. All right? So we know that they show us a lot of the truth in these movies.
In the Greek culture. The reason why the government had really revealed the truth about these beings is because of the reptilian Draconian agenda. They want to keep you dumb. They want to keep you at a certain level of information so they don't reveal the truth about these beings. They mostly died off of fish, right? And different small shrimp and things under the ocean. And being that they've been reduced back down to the third dimension, and they are more primitive than their ancient ancestors. The sharks and killer whales eat mermaids, so they have to be extra careful under the water. And really, they don't like coming to the surface because of the humans. They don't like coming in contact with humans because most of the experience they had with humans dealing with the Navy intelligence, they get attacked or killed or captured, right? So they got a strict rule amongst their people to stay under the water, right? They occupy the city of Atlantis, which was sunk. They live in reefs, honeycomb style reefs, right? And it's like I say, it's several different species of them that live under there in different saltwater areas. I don't care if this sounds crazy, sooner or later it's gonna come out. Because you can't think of nothing that never existed. If you can think of it, that means it's existing. So all this might sound crazy now, but it's getting ready to come out. They finna get ready to start releasing some of this information about these beings, right? And these beings are taller than humans. They can get anywhere between 6 feet and 8 feet tall. The older species look closer to the fish, while the new species dealing with a Lelu and Queen Mirror look more humanoid. And they can swim very fast, and they can hear real good because they use ultrasound, right? Like the dolphin, right? Where they send out a certain echo frequency, and it bounces back. That's how they communicate with different sounds and frequencies because they come from Neptune. They are musical beings, right?
And this is why they tell you that, it's illegal for you to actually, I want to say communicate with dolphins to even, you cannot. This is why they keep the dolphins so secluded from you. It's a law that says you cannot basically, I want to say communicate with the dolphins, man. Don't quote me on that, but they made a law against this because they understand that the dolphins are basically a breed of the Numos, and they basically communicate with these beings. Dolphins are very intelligent, very intelligent.
And they are mentioned of in the Apocrypha under the word siren, right? Because when they do the maiden call, it sounds like a siren going off. They can be quite aggressive towards humans due to the Caucasian, right, being curious and not knowing what they are. And now he know what they are, though, right? But not knowing what they are, he always try to capture them or kill them. And so they very skeptical of humans. And several of them have been seen sunbathing on rocks. Because like I said, they come to the surface, certain species of them to shed their skin. Man, you'll be amazed what you find under the ocean. But they ain't white folks, right? They try to make all these movies with these white mermaids. They try to make everything white, right? All the way up into heaven, right? Everything's got to be white, but there's no mermaids. So if you see a white mermaid, automatically know it's a fake, right? They have fish-like eyes. The humanoid ones have big fish-like eyes, right? They travel in packs like dolphins, and they connected with the dolphins. They can speak to the dolphins because the dolphins use ultrasound just like they do, right? They can speak to the whale. And one of their enemies under there is a shark now, right? But on Neptune, they didn't have this problem, like I say, because they was already vibrating in a higher dimension. But being that they had to be brought to Earth, they had to be lowered down back to the third dimension. And like I say, the government knows about them. They know they down there. Like I say, the devil blew up one of their campsites, right? For what reason? Because he's just evil. He do things like that, right? But the mermaids are Neptunians, right? And the mer comes from Queen Mir, or Mer, right? Spelled M-I-R or M-E-R. The maids, right? You know what the word maid, like a helpers, right? The helpers of Queen Mir, right? But they really are the Nomos beings who are a fish crossbreeded with the Hindus. And some of them, some of the species, when they got to Earth, began mixing back in with certain types of fish. So you'll see a certain type of species that look more fish looking. Then you'll see a species that look, like I say, closer to the humanoid look. They can't make no stories up, right? They can't make these stories up. The storylines that they make up about the mermaids and all that, right? These things actually really happen. And they're trying to keep it under wraps because they don't want you to raise your consciousness and see that, hey, man, this thing is bigger. Because if they want to tell you about mermaids, and they finna get ready to tell you about mermaids, right? Soon, their religion has to explain where do these beings come from. And like I said, they mention them in the Apocrypha, but the Apocrypha is not part of their King James, right? The Apocryphas were taken out for the purpose of that it mentions certain extraterrestrial, like the Book of Enoch, right? So we're going to show you a couple tapes, show you a couple clips of some real mermaids that were caught on tape. So stay tuned.
turn this motherfucking music down. This better not be what I think it is. This better not be what I motherfucking think it is. It's a fucking mermaid, motherfucker. It's a fucking mermaid. I saw a fucking mermaid. It's a fucking, what the fuck? Okay, I'm seeing shit though. Like, nobody noticed this fucking mermaid in the sea. Like, nobody see this mermaid, bruh. It's a fucking mermaid out there. I heard myths, but I didn't know it was true. This motherfucker out there swimming. Nobody saying nothing. People out there just sitting, looking at him. What the fuck? It's a fucking mermaid, man.
Mosquito inlet, and there's mermaid. You could see they're very pretty. They're dark skinned. They're not your traditional light skinned mermaids. There looks like they're playing mermaid games. I see it. See him there. There's his tail. Where'd he go? See him? Sure they don't eat crabs? Here he is. Yeah, see him over there playing mermaid games.
I didn't see anything. Where? Let's have a look. See what it is. It doesn't say. Get away from the window! Dad, get away from the window!
Man, so it's obvious, man, that these mermaids are very, very intelligent, y'all. It's obvious, and from what from what I can see, it don't look like they too afraid.
I didn't see anything.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get a nice little part. Let me see if I can put us on a nice. From what I can tell is, man, it don't look like these beings are too afraid. All right. So what we need to understand is that at this point, man, we're in the age of Aquarius, man. That means the age of the truth, the age of the awakening. So let those who have eyes see clearly. Okay. It's obvious, bro, that they're keeping things away from us as a way of controlling us. Okay. They want us to stay inside the guidelines that they have set for us in terms of what it is that they want us to believe in order to have that control. All right. But it's only for so long you're going to be able to keep us under that in that state of sleep. And so these beings, they come from the Sirius X star system, okay? The Orion star system, all right? They come from the Orion star system. I apologize. Sirius X is also a part of that. But yeah, they come from the Orion star system, bro. They came here years ago. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say they came here actually chasing the, I want to say the reptilian, the Greys, okay? This is what I want to say, okay? And then they got in contact with the Dogon. I can't quite remember what was said, but these beings actually do inhabit this planet. And there's been so many people who've been caught on camera or who have caught them on camera, and it's just been played as if these beings were digital effects in terms of being edited into the video. All right. And so this alone should tell you that there is more to this realm that we stay in than what meets the eye. Okay. It really is, bro. Everything that we've been taught in school in terms of the Bible. Now I said there are truths in the Bible. Don't try to take me for being a Bible thumper or something or things like that. But I want you guys to understand it is truth in the Bible, but unfortunately, they mixed it in with lies and certain things that they will be able to control us with. They negate the fact that the Bible is basically telling us that, or it's giving us a story of extraterrestrial beings that actually came through this and came to this planet to inhabit it and basically mix their DNA. So a lot of these extraterrestrial DNAs are inside of us. And this is proof. So when we talk about, you have to understand, when we talk about this realm, majority of the beings that we talk about in terms of the draconian reptilians, the Greys, the Pleiadians, the Nomos, Lyrians, because you have to understand that the Lyrians, they have lion heads and things like that. These beings are like humanoids, okay? They're humanoids. They're like us. They stand up. They have feet. They have fingers and things like that, all right? So this is very true, man, and I thought I would share this video with you guys, man, just to help you raise your state of consciousness and get you outside of the normal way of thinking. And because I really do believe that they're condemning us more by lying to us, by keeping us in a state of amnesia, not amnesia, but by keeping us in a state of dumbness. Basically, you depriving us of growth. You hurting us more than what you would think you were doing, helping us, which we know that the draconian reptilians have no need to even try to help us. They don't want to help us, bro. Not at all. And so with that being said, man, I want you guys to follow me on I Am Awakend on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube at I Am Awakend. Please hit that bell and select all. That way you get all of the notifications whenever I go live over there. Also follow me on Instagram at I Am Awakend _chosen. You know, we're going to be promoting good eating over there. Good eating in terms of eating clean. Getting you back on the system and what you should be eating, all right? And also, do not forget to follow the second YouTube channel, Facebook channel, I Am Awakend 2. It's going to be different content over here. We're not going to be showing the same content over there. And there's most definitely going to be a backup page just in case something happens with this page. So you can catch me on either one of these. And so with that being said, I want to leave you guys as I came, man. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashe.